Iran is facing mounting pressure to explain the destruction of a civilian airliner near Tehran hours after Iranian forces launched missile strikes against U.S. forces. 3 Britons were among 176 people killed when an Ukrainian International Airlines Boeing 737 plunged into a nosedive and exploded shortly after takeoff from Tehran's Imam Ayatollah Khomeini International Airport on Wednesday morning. Iran dismissed speculation that the aircraft had been downed by a missile but said it would not hand over the black boxes from the aircraft to Boeing, in an unusual move likely prompted by high tensions with the United States. Earlier, Ukraine withdrew an initial statement attributing the crash to engine failure and ruling out a terror attack, sparking an international scramble to investigate the crash. The crash came 3.5 hours after Iran fired a barrage of ballistic missiles at U.S. bases in Iraq in what it said was revenge for the assassination of General Qasem Soleimani. Iran's military said it had fired 22 missiles at Iraqi bases housing U.S. troops in Erbil and Ain al-Assad. No U.S. or Iraqi troops were killed in the half-hour bombardment. Leaders in both Tehran and Washington played down the prospect of further armed conflict between the adversaries. In a televised address, Donald Trump claimed that Iran appeared to be standing down and said he would impose further economic sanctions, but did not mention further military action. Although Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khomeini, termed the strikes a slap in the face for America and vowed to continue a campaign to oust U.S. forces from the region, the Iranian foreign minister said the strikes concluded Iran's military response to the assassination of Soleimani. The Ukrainian International Airlines Boeing 737-800 bound for Kiev took off shortly after 6 a.m. Tehran's Imam Khomeini International Airport early on Wednesday morning. Footage filmed by a local man showed the aircraft trailing fire before it dived into the ground and exploded in a large fireball shortly after 6 a.m. local time. Din Mohammad Qasemi, a local villager watching the TV, said he heard an almighty explosion. Assuming he was under attack from the Americans, he dived below ground into his basement. All the houses started to shake. There was fire everywhere, said Mr. Qasemi. At first I thought, the Americans have hit here with missiles and went in the basement as a shelter. Dead bodies, fragments of aircraft, and the victims' personal belongings were discovered at the crash site near the village of Fedosiye, about 10 miles from the airport. The victims included 83 Iranians and 63 Canadians, according to a flight manifest released by UIA. 10 Swedes, 4 Afghans, 3 Germans, and 11 Ukrainians including the 9 crew members were also killed. Flags were lowered to half-mast in Ottawa and Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, issued a statement promising to work with allies to ensure a full investigation. Canada does not have an embassy in Tehran. The 3 British passport holders on board the flight included Saeed Tamasibi, a chartered engineer with Lang O'Rourke who was completing a PhD at Imperial College.